Finding your path in life doesn't start with chasing success. It starts with knowing yourself, knowing who you are, knowing where your perspective comes from, knowing why you are the way you are, understanding how you ended up in your current position in life, good or bad, because nothing is ever just. People say, I just wanted to. I just felt like it. It just is. It just happened. But there is always a why behind it, whether you are aware of it or not. Your fears, your habits, your anger, your relationships, your attachments, even your self-sabotage. None of it exists in a vacuum. Finding your whys, big or small, it's not optional. It's foundational. Why do you avoid conflict? Why do you stay in relationships that hurt you? Why do you chase approval? Why do you procrastinate? Why do you numb yourself with distractions? Nothing is random. Everything has its root. And until you identify those roots, you are not choosing your life. You're reacting to it. Take hookup culture as one example. People say it's just sex, but it's almost never just sex. There are real psychological and physiological patterns behind it. The draw of dark personality traits like the dark triad. The pursuit of pleasure over purpose. The craving for validation. Control and emotional escape. For some, it means nothing. For others, it means everything. And here's the part they don't like to talk about. When someone, especially young men, gets rewarded for bad behavior, they learn that bad behavior works. Their brain is given a reward of a dopamine rush. They internalize it and they repeat it. And over time, it changes who they become. Eventually, they run into somebody with self-respect. And when their brain does not receive the expected reward, they lash out. It's not just a morality problem. It's a conditioning problem. And that's one reason why so many people feel empty, disconnected, and quietly miserable right now. The culture isn't making them happy. It's numbing them. And now, more people are finally waking up to that. The illusion is cracking. This is why grounding yourself matters. You need space away from noise, away from trends, away from dopamine loops. You need silence. You need reflection. You need solitude. That's where your whys live. Why don't you like crowds? Why don't you like noisy events? Why don't you like being touched in a certain way? Or even why you don't like certain foods? I don't like pineapple on pizza because it feels boogerish to me. It's just one of my small whys. Even small preferences have roots. And when you start to understand them, you start to understand yourself. Most people don't know what they believe. They just repeat what their group believes. They simply want on the bandwagon, to feel included, to feel like they belong. Pineapple on or off pizza becomes a personality. Politics becomes a personality. Outrage becomes a personality. People want to feel included, especially now. People love to say, live life with no regrets. But they misunderstand what that means. They take it to mean, do whatever you want, feel whatever you want, regret nothing. That's not wisdom. That's avoidance. There are things worth regretting. Not taking a job because it sounds hard. Not spending time with your family. Not taking that trip. Not standing up for yourself. Not believing in your own potential. And not chasing purpose over pleasure. Not caring if people respect you. Those regrets hurt because they matter. Why you do what you do, why you avoid what you avoid, why you stay stuck. It won't always feel good. You might realize you followed bad advice. You ignored your intuition. You let fear run your life. You let someone else define your worth. But that awareness is not punishment. It's freedom. The real meaning is this: live in a way that minimizes future regret. Don't devalue yourself. Don't mistreat others. Don't push away the people who love you. Don't trade your dignity for validation. And to live that way, you need to know your whys. It's not too late. You can turn your life around at any point. Find something meaningful to work toward, something useful, something you can be proud of, not for likes, not to go viral, not for attention. Just because it's worth doing. Focus on becoming a good person. Focus on building something real. Focus on living deliberately. And the rest, clarity, peace, confidence, respect, direction, starts to fall into place. Finally, to quote William B. Irvine, we should be careful not to become so focused on the pursuit of pleasure that we forget the pursuit of meaning.